Hey everybody, welcome to Badass Mining Company. I'm Sean and this is the crew. Say hi, crew.
This is a part of the crew. This is Tammy and this is Daryl. Kian's over here on the side. we would practice social distancing. We're in a fifth wheel, and we're around each other all the time, so we're not freaking out because we're all together.
Yeah, we're well spread.
Yeah, we're well spread. It's one of the things that we had to go, okay, take a shower, put clean clothes on, and we had already made plans on doing this a long time ago, that we were going to get together and have a dinner. Well, this is kind of like social distancing dinner tonight. It's our last night that we can do this because this part of Oregon is going to be locked down.
Yes, we are getting locked
So
down.
we're just...
So anyway, what we've got going on tonight is we're going to be just doing a really short intro, the normal stuff. We're going to be doing the financials, precious metal prices, and we're going to be doing our normal segments, but we're going to be cutting them way short because what we're going to be doing is far more important than our normal show. So anyway, it is...
It's going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to be way worth it, guys. So it is Saturday, March 21st, and we're both on the same page. We both agree today is indeed Saturday, March 21st. And the gold price the gold price is $1,499.80 an ounce, and this is really encouraging to anyone who wants to invest, because it's going to stay right around this point. If you remember last week, I said by this week we would have an idea what it was going to do, and it's been bouncing right around 1,500 an ounce. So if you have any extra cash kicking around, I would definitely look into investing into precious metals right now, because you could make quite a bit of money here in the upcoming months. Silver is going for $12.69 an ounce, which is definitely affordable to go put. You know, even if you put $50 in, that's going to give you 3 ounces. So, and that is definitely going to be going up, bouncing against $20 an ounce. So, and then of course the metal, of which I do not speak its name,
Platinum,
is going for $613 an ounce. And so the speculation on what's going on right now is people are selling their gold and silver right now, trying to make up for the loss of income and trying to pay their bills and stuff. So your loss, their gain, or the other way around, their loss, your gain. So anyway, yeah, I definitely would be looking into that sometime real soon, because now's the time, guys. Okay, so now we come into the segment we call Same Day, Different Year. And we're going to just keep it short. I've got one date, Tan has one date, and we're going to just muscle through this as fast as we can and get on with the show. So, Tan, you want to go ahead?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so I love this one. I think it's a really good one. Journalist Henry Morton Stanley. The last name should give you a hint. begins his famous expedition to Africa. You know what that's from, don't you?
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
What?
I said Dr. Livingston, I presume.
You're right. You're right. Yep, he wins a prize. I found that pretty. I found that pretty ingenious. Like, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Your turn.
Okay, so in 1952, the very first rock concert in history, which was called the Moondog Coronation Ball in Cleveland, Ohio, was held. So nobody had ever done this before. Nobody knew what a rock concert was, and it was a radio station, of course, that did it, and they were trying to get their ratings up. So anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool one.
Cool.
Okay, so now you got
so,
birthday.
Yeah. I got two.
Woohoo!
Okay. So Gary Oldman and Matthew Broderick.
Well, at least you didn't say Rosie O'Donnell.
No.
Because it's hers too. I was like, oh, please don't say that name. Please don't say that name.
So who do you got?
Okay, yeah, I do have a very important birthday as well, and when I saw this one, I usually don't do any birthdays. Tian is the one that does the birthdays, but when I saw that Johann Sebastian Bach was born March 21st, 1685, I was like, oh no, I am mentioning him. He's one of my favorite rock stars.
Yes, yes.
He's
So are you ready?
Yep, for the holidays.
Okay. So this is a very, very appropriate day. Common Courtesy Day.
There you go. Common courtesy is a good thing.
Okay. But it's also Yellow Wine Day, which is really good too, because after putting up with everybody, you're gonna need that wine.
You're gonna need that Gallo wine for sure.
Okay, and then it's Corn Dog Day too.
Nice. I didn't even go and get a
You're
corn dog. Man.
There you go. But here's the last one. Big Bang Day.
Big
So
Bang.
after all the crap you've been through with all this stuff.
Yep.
It's a big thing tonight.
You're exploding.
Absolutely. In fact, this show tonight is in response to the day I had yesterday, which I am not going into, mind you. The death threats were not fun, but we got through it. Okay, so.
Okay, so you gonna explain it?
Yes, I am going to explain it. So, guys, basically what I've been on to over the last week or so is researching out everything that I could find on an article that I found from the University of New Hampshire talking about how copper can actually wipe out respiratory diseases like SARS and MERS, which this coronavirus is a member of the SARS family. So I started looking into it a lot more in depth and found out that making colloidal copper is extremely easy. Now, there's a lot of people out there that thought that I had some motivation towards this, like I was making money off of it or something. I could never, ever in a million years, anybody who knows this about me, I couldn't profit off of other people's hard times. And this is something that I want people to do for themselves for free and be able to take care of themselves, because this colloidal copper, on surfaces, it leaves copper molecules. Now, if you have copper molecules on surfaces, if the virus gets on those surfaces, it comes in contact with the copper and it immediately becomes inert. So it has no chance at all of mutation. So that's why I was so excited about this, because the fact that we could actually wipe out the pandemic without any future mutations, and maybe even not even have to deal with this past this year. There's also a lot of other uses for it, because it takes care of the flu. It takes care of pretty much anything that will cause you discomfort on the virus realm. So, what colloidal copper is it's a simple electrolysis process to where you are running a low current, and all I did is I went down to the Dollar Tree, I picked up some 9-volt batteries, because I wanted to do this the same way that most of y'all would do it, as far as trying to get away with as inexpensive as possible, because batteries, yeah, you can either get 2 for $1 or 2 for $10. So I think we're going to experiment with the 2 for $1 one. Of course, you know, these batteries are only a one-time use thing, so you're not going to be able to use them over and over again, obviously. But all you're doing is running a low current through your leads, and then you just have 2 pieces of copper. Doesn't have to be anything special. I've brought out several different examples. I've got just a couple tabs that I cut off of a strip that I had. It was just regular copper. I grabbed a couple of pieces of copper tubing as well. We're going to be putting those in another glass. And then I've also just got some regular copper wire here that we're going to be using as well, because I figured this covers the full spectrum of what most of you guys have available. And that's what I'm trying to show you, is how to do this at home without spending an arm and a leg. I don't want you guys to go out and have to buy colloidal copper to spray down your surfaces. You can do the stuff for spraying down your surfaces at home for way cheaper. So anyway, let's get a couple of pieces started here. And I'm just gonna now, I'm not doing anything fancy here. I don't have any even 9-volt connectors. So all I'm going to be doing is wrapping the wire around the terminal ends and then just putting a dab of hot glue to keep them in place. So I was going to go all fancy, but for something like this, if you go fancy, it just confuses people, and this is so simple that I'm not here to confuse you guys. So get these leads done.
So you know he's going. Right, he's got the 2 batteries and he's walking around. Take it. Huh. It is very slow. And it's going to.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that you understood that you're on speaker.
Oh,
So,
am I on speaker?
yes,
Okay.
so
Well,
no
I was
matter,
just explaining to them what you were doing.
yeah, no matter how quiet you are, it's coming through. So, okay, so anyway, what you're going to want to do, is you're going to want to take 3 of these, and you're going to actually plug them in together just like that. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so just like that, so you have the negative terminal and the positive terminal. And we're going to strip the ends of this. Now we're going to start off with the just straight wire and do that first, because that is the easiest demonstration out of all three that I can do. So, and guys, we're going to let this go overnight, and we're going to come back to it tomorrow. So tomorrow's live stream, we're going to see what the final results are and see if these cheap 9-volt batteries actually will last as long as they need to last to do this. But I figured just doing it and showing you guys how to do this was more important than trying to get all fancy and trying to make it high grade. We're just doing a low grade colloidal copper here that we can just spray on surfaces.
No one's working.
And put on your skin.
Yeah. Luckily, 2 out of 4.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attach these wires.
Must be like almost 7 o'clock, or 6:30 or 7 o'clock. People stand outside the RVs. How you doing? Doing okay.
Hi.
Down. How you doing? Doing okay.
Hi. Again, you're on speaker.
Well, I know, but I was just explaining to them why people were yelling outside. They were telling each other they were okay.
Oh, copy. Okay. So hopefully I get the conductivity. Like I said, I'm just using what's available right here. So if I can't get this to work correctly, I'm going to throw a temper tantrum. No, I'm going to get the right connections so that we can make it work. But like I said, I'm just setting this up right now to show you guys how you can do this at home. So you've got, I'll get the camera in on this a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. So on your copper leads that go into your water, you definitely want enough to where you're only getting the copper into the water, because everything during electrolysis breaks down, and you don't want the insulation, the wire insulation or anything in that water contaminating it. You only want the copper molecules. So and I know it's really hard to see, guys. I'll move the camera here in a second. I'm just trying to get this wire stripped. I should have done this before the show, but I have so many things that I'm doing before the show. And this whole idea was kind of
Making
last
sure I
minute.
got the right date.
What's that?
I said making sure I have the right date.
Yeah, making sure that we're on the same page, that you're not living in the future. Okay, so now I've got it. So now what I've got is a better bare lead there. So that's going to be coming off of our positive, and then our other one, our negative, is going to be right beside it, but they're not going to be touching, obviously. Give that a little bit more. Now guys, there's lots of videos on YouTube as well on how to do this. I just figured that getting the ball rolling and showing you guys that, hey, even a idiot like me can do it. So yeah, if you want to see people that are a little bit better at presentation and with better equipment and stuff, please get on YouTube and look it up. The information is more important than my ego. Not much, but it's a little bit more important. What, no comments? I figure if I talk about my ego, you guys go, oh yeah.
We're here. We're just listening to you. Your voice is breaking up really bad on my side.
Uh-oh. I hope it's not doing that all across, because if this video...
I don't believe that it is, but we'll check it after we're done.
Yeah.
And if necessary, we'll do it again.
Well, yeah, and if we have to do it again, then we just pull out the, okay, we're going to make the video, and then we're going to upload it to make sure the quality is good.
Yeah, because that's the best thing. But at this point right now, just getting the information out to people, and like we said, this could be, once it's done, then you can put it in a spray bottle and you can clean your surfaces with it. I believe that we had talked about, if you are ingesting this, you need to check with your doctor first.
Absolutely.
You need to talk to a doctor. Do not take this unless you have talked to your doctor already.
But this, it definitely is worth checking into, because the way that colloidal copper, well, the way that copper works with the virus is, they say that it's schizophrenic in nature, which means that when it's bombarded by electrons, it has a tendency to vibrate so hard that it makes the virus just completely fall apart and become inert. So that's one of the things that they are just so excited about, and we're just kind of all sitting back dumbfounded that they've known this for 15 years, and this is, I had to actually go look for this information. It's amazing. But now it's coming out all over the place. I've been making sure to release it everywhere that I possibly can, because this is extremely important information, guys. I know it doesn't sound like much, that people are going, oh, well, you know, you could clean it with Clorox, or you could use all this cleaning products and stuff. Well, what you don't understand is, by using those type of products, you actually have the potential of creating a super bug, because the ones that don't die because of it get stronger because of it. And the one thing that doesn't do that is the copper, because it actually goes and makes it inert. So it doesn't just go in and try to kill the virus, but it goes in and completely tries to break the virus up so that it cannot mutate. And that's the important part on this.
Well, the other thing too is, people like me are allergic to bleach. I can't use bleach.
Yeah.
It cuts my oxygen off completely. And
Well, you're not supposed to drink it.
you know having
that,
right? Aren't you funny?
I just heard that, you know.
You're just so funny. Yeah, right.
But you
I'm
know
not
what?
drinking the bleach, and I'm not eating the Tide Pods.
Hey,
Right? No eating Tide Pods.
Okay, yeah, no Tide Pods.
Idiots.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and move this camera so that you guys can actually see what's going on down here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys aside for right now, and we've got our leads here. My battery tower. Let's see if we actually have spark there. I don't see any spark, which means there's no conductivity there. Huh, that's what I needed, is to get my voltmeter out to check this. Okay, so anyway, this is, like I said, this is just a demonstration on how to do this. So you've got your leads. Make sure that the plastic is not going in. And that the wires are not touching each other. There's one. Okay. Okay, so guys, what we have here is you can see the two copper leads in there. Right there. You've got positive. Let's see, which is positive. Okay, so you've got the positive lead here, and then the negative lead here. Now, the negative lead, oh, it's actually already working, so there is conductivity there. Okay, so what you're going to see from the negative lead is you're going to see bubbles. And I don't know if you can actually see those bubbles that are on that lead right there. If you look really carefully, you can see the bubbles developing. Well, that means it's actually working. So, sweet. Okay, so as that goes, it actually is breaking that wire down, and you can see the bubbles really starting to go now. It's breaking this wire down, and it's releasing the copper molecules into the H2O, and it attaches to the H2O in that solution. So, wow, it's really going to town now. Holy cow, that's cool. Oh, sweet. Okay, guys, if you look at the other side, if you look at the other lead, you see all that cloudy, you see the cloudiness on the other lead? Okay, that is the copper breaking down into the water. So, this is really cool. So the wire is working really well. You can actually see that. You can see that releasing right there. Let's see. Try to find something to point with that's maybe not as fat as my finger. Okay, so yeah, so glue stick. Yeah, that's genius, Sean. So if you look right down in here, you see that cloudy effect, and then wow, it's really chewing through that really fast. So, okay, guys, that is the basics on how to make your own colloidal copper there. We're going to go over and try to show that a little bit better. Okay, so there we go. You can see both of them, and you can see how the positive lead has all the bubbles, and that negative lead is not. Or the negative lead has the bubbles, and the positive lead has the cloudy effect. So, that is just too cool. I love science, guys, so I'm a big old nerd. So anyway, that is how you make colloidal copper, and basically what you're doing is you're letting it break down for 8 to 12 hours, and you're allowing as much of the metal to get into the solution as possible, and then you fall out of the holder. Okay, so, and then you put it into a spray bottle, and you can spray it on your surfaces. And the surfaces... Hey guys, keep it down for a second. Keep it down. You're on speaker.
I'm not trying to make any noise.
I understand that, but when I'm talking right next to the speaker, and the speaker is like going over my voice, it makes it hard to talk. So anyway, this is why we don't do this outside all the time. So anyway, this is one method of doing it. What I'm going to do is, since that is the demonstration that you guys needed to see so you can do it yourselves at home, I'm going to be doing 2 more with the tubing and the plates. But I'm going to be locating some alligator clamps for those, so it's not going to be just all jerry-rigged here like this one. But like I said, the important thing was just to show you guys at home how simple this is. And the process, I mean, the batteries from the dollar store, I just spent $1.50 for this, and then the wire was just laying around. And you don't have to use any special glass, you just use a glass. And you sit and wait, and it does it itself. So that's so cool. Okay guys, do you have anything to throw in, maybe? Any questions, or?
No.
Well, you gotta have something.
Daryl says not yet. He'll probably ask the questions when you get off because we weren't able to see anything.
Yeah, I know, and I apologize. It's just the way it is.
No, that's okay because we have good imaginations. We are intelligent. We can visualize what you're doing.
Yeah, okay, well, here, in fact, I will show you. Can you see it?
Yeah, maybe a little more to the left. That's the right. That is cool. There you go.
You see how one side has the bubbles?
So you put the copper into the water?
Yeah.
So the taking a molecule probably one second.
Okay, so guys, that is the whole rundown on that. I am actually going to make a more professional style video on this subject. I just thought that doing a live stream and showing you guys how easy making this is, and this could turn around this pandemic really fast. And if you read any of the info that I put up, the links that I put up, just Google, just put into Google copper versus coronavirus, and you're going to be amazed at what you read. So I highly suggest you guys look into this, because this is an inexpensive way that you guys can protect yourselves and your family and make sure that it doesn't mutate or that you're not leaving it all over surfaces. So,
Yeah. And I'm gonna say it again. Do not take this internally. You talk to your doctors first.
yeah.
This is heavy metal poisoning.
Yeah, if
So
you guys,
be
it
very
can,
careful with it.
colloidal copper can be ingested, okay? But I am telling you, you need to talk to a professional that knows about dosage, because you could do more harm to your liver by taking too much copper, okay? Basically, all that I'm showing you right now is how to make colloidal copper that you put on your skin or spray on surfaces. I do not recommend this being taken internally unless you actually consult a physician. Now, if you're knocking on death's door, I understand how desperate you can be. Swish it around in your mouth, spit it out, don't swallow it. It'll be in your system, trust me. And if you put it on your skin, guess what? Gets into your system that way too. But through your skin, it's not going to leach in so much that it overdoses you and gives you heavy metal poisoning. I know that a lot of people argue with me about colloidal silver on this. They have announced several times that silver does not work on the coronavirus. Copper does. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I saw that.
yeah, and so you definitely need to research these things out, because I couldn't find anything else that worked like copper. I mean, I've researched out everything that I can, and copper's the only thing that they found that they have for uh, dealing with this pandemic. So, and they're killing it right now. They're researching out as much as they possibly can. So, as they release their data, I'll be releasing it to you guys. But just do me a favor and start looking into this. Because if you start hitting your surfaces up and start leaving copper molecules everywhere, this virus can't hang out. It won't have anywhere to hang out at all. So this works on a completely different level than, say, disinfectants, because you spray disinfectants on the virus. Okay, the disinfectants, they go away. Okay, copper doesn't. It stays on the surface until it's all wiped off. So you can spray it down, leave it there, and let it do its thing. That's the cool part. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and let this go all night, and we're going to take a look at it tomorrow during the live stream, and I'll have two more going as well, and I'll be using the copper strips that I cut and the copper tubing as well, and I'll be doing it in the same exact glasses so that they're all completely even and we can take a look. But the cool part about this is the infused water becomes like a turquoise blue green color. So, and you can tell how strong your solution is by the color. So we'll see that tomorrow as well. I think that's about all the information that I can relay out here outside without having all of my reference materials around me like I normally do. So, unless anybody can think of anything that I am missing at all, anything at all. Apparently not. Apparently I'm not missing anything. Okay, so
No,
anyway.
I'm shaking my head no.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Okay, that's all I was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I was waiting for because I'm not facing the screen looking at you guys. I'm guessing.
Oh, you Okay, I get it. You can't see us, and we can hardly see you, and we can hardly hear you, but, whatever.
There you go. Okay, guys, so go ahead and say your goodbyes.
All right. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope that this helped. I hope that he comes out smooth so that you can actually see what he's doing. I can't wait to watch it. You guys take care. Please invest some time into your family and just enjoy the company that you have. So I love all you guys. Say bye, guys. Bye. Yeah, no doubt. Stay safe.
Alrighty, guys, we love each and every one of you. You guys make sure to take care of yourselves and each other. And as always, we are out of here until 6 p.m. tomorrow night Pacific time. Make sure to join us so that you can see what this looks like after it's been sitting in there for 8 to 12 hours. So we hope to see you tomorrow night. Peace.